The case of Lightfoot versus Adams. Mr. Lightfoot, you are suing Ms. Adams for $3,500 for emotional distress after you say you were trapped into having a baby with her. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, now, Ms. Adams, you say what's in your house belongs to you.
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm intrigued. Mr. Lightfoot, tell the court what happened.
Yeah, like you said, Your Honor, I'm suing Tanya for theft and emotional distress for $3,500. I known her for just a little bit of time, and in that little bit of time, we had a one-night stand, and she got pregnant from what my homie...
Oh, hold on, okay. That's a lot. So you met her. Take me back. How did you all meet?
So I met her in a grocery store. From what I know, is she's a manager at a grocery store or whatever. I was with my homie, Michael, and we were just picking up some crab legs for a barbecue and stuff.
Now I'm hungry, but so you're in there, you're in the grocery store, you're shopping for what you guys gonna have for the barbecue.
Yeah.
And you meet Ms. Adams?
Yeah, I met Tanya Adams. My friend Michael, he known her before, and
All
so
right.
he kind of introduced me to her. I thought she looked good.
Quick legal note. Emotional distress claims are hard to win. Courts don't award feelings, they award proof. Therapy records, testimony, and intent all matter here.
This was like, wow, this was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so you saw her at the grocery store, you thought she was pretty?
Yeah.
All
He
right.
knows I like to date kind of like older women.
All right.
And so I saw Tanya.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I saw Tanya. I chopped it up with her a little bit, got her number, this and that, and we've been talking for quite some time, but I didn't we just kind of talked, and then eventually one night we kind of went out. I'd known her for about maybe 6 months.
And one thing led to another.
Yeah.
So, Ms. Adams, you remember that day that Mr. Lightfoot was in the store with his friend, shopping for the barbecue, and you remember meeting them, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
He said he thought you were pretty. Did you think he was handsome?
Yes, Your Honor.
All
course
right,
he
now,
did.
now I don't really think it's appropriate to ask a woman her age. I'm never afraid to say mine, but if you don't want to say your age, that's fine. But what is the age difference?
I'm 40, so there's
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, so 12 years age difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so 12 years, and you thought he was handsome as well?
yes, ma'am.
And then you all exchanged numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now you at work.
I'm at work.
You the
and,
manager?
I'm the manager. I'm the store manager. Yes.
All right, and was getting numbers too?
Well, the thing is, Michael always comes to our store, and we know each other pretty well.
You had a mutual friend?
Yes, we had a mutual friend. Yeah, and I'm single, and I was interested. So thought it couldn't hurt to get to know him.
And so the one night stand, you all were friends talking back and forth. You had
Yeah.
a one night stand. Where was the one night stand?
At my house.
So y'all were at your house?
Yes, ma'am.
And you all were intimate?
Yes, we were.
Did you use protection, Mr. Lightfoot?
Of course, I was always raised to use protection. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool, and that's something I stand by.
Don't be a fool.
Yeah.
Wrap the tool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that one, honey.
Yeah. So I was always
Okay.
taught, and that's what I make sure when I was with her, that I used protection, even though I didn't want to, but I knew this was the most responsible thing to do at the time.
All right.
And so, I'm a very busy person. I do stocks. I work in the office. And so, during that time, we were talking, but it was a while ago. That's not who I am anymore, but I was talking to a few different women, and she invited me over, and we happened to have sexual intercourses.
Intercourses?
Sexual intercourse.
So that's more than once?
It was
Well, yeah,
three times that night. So.
Yeah, it was.
You said a few times?
Yeah, that's why I like the younger men.
Oh, well, all right. So you like the younger men, so you had sex a few times that night, but every time was protected.
Yes, ma'am.
So why are we here today? If you had protected sex, you say in your complaint, Mr. Lightfoot, that she trapped you into having a baby.
Well, because what happened was, it was I had met her, and then I don't know, 9 months, 8 months later or whatever, my homie tells me that, Tanya, she pregnant? And I was like, what do you mean she pregnant? But I didn't really think anything of it. It was just something brief. And then next thing you know, he tells me that he sees a picture of Tanya's baby, and it looks like me and this and that.
Wait, hold on now. So after you all have this one night stand, it was like a real one night stand where
I kinda
y'all didn't
ghosted
even
her.
talk anymore.
Yeah, because I was very busy, and like I said, during that time, Your Honor,
Yeah.
I was talking to a few different women.
And
so
he just stopped talking to
And
me
so,
altogether. He totally ghosted.
Coming up.
she invited me over to her crib, have more drinks, and that just led to something else, And I had
So
even
now
told her
I gotta
wasn't
ask
looking
you,
for a
Mr.
relationship.
Lightfoot, before I move on, because I already know what's going on here. Were you kind of giving her an idea that perhaps this could be more than a one-night stand? Were you doing some sweet talking to try to get her in the bed?
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I kind of told her that I'm a very busy person, like for work and this and that, and I wasn't kind of like.
Did that hurt your feelings that he didn't call back anymore, Ms. Adams?
Of course it did. Yes, yes.
And see, that's why I always tell women, please watch out for these one-night stands, because I don't know what it is today. Young women always want to convince themselves, oh, what the man can do to the girl can do.
And
I get all of that.
Was.
But somehow when we get in these situations, am I right, ladies? We do not like real one-night stands. We get offended when you don't call back, and the one-night stand, that's technically what it is. Mm-hmm. Am I allowed to say hit it and quit it?
I think so.
I said it, but I mean this with sincerity. If you don't want to have that kind of relationship, be very careful entering into situations where that's what you get, because then the man moves on, you say he ghosted you, your feelings are hurt, but you really wanted him to call back because you were interested in having more of a dating, continuous relationship. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, which is what the impression I got was going to be, we're going to have a relationship. I didn't know he was just going to just...
Well, how you get that impression? You didn't even get invited over for the crab legs.
Exactly, Your Honors.
Fair warning. What you're about to hear isn't just shocking, it's criminal in some jurisdictions. This is where consent biology and the law collide.
Delusional.
No, not delusional.
No, I'm really not even being mean. My point is this. It's also about in the courting and you understanding what it was about. Did you all used to date outside of the bed? Like, did you all go out on dates before this?
Never. I talked to her small talk, like off and on here and there, and then it was just one night I just happened to invite her out. So let's go out, have a good time, have a few drinks. She invited me over to her crib, have more drinks, and that just led to something else, you know? And I had even told her
I gotta ask you, Mr. Lightfoot, before I move on, because I already know what's going on here. Were you kind of giving her an idea that perhaps this could be more than a one-night stand? Were you doing some sweet talking to try to get her in the bed?
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So
you got all the same.
answer is yes.
Well, like at the end of the day, I felt like I kind of kept it real with her. I kept it a buck. I was kind of telling her, like she was telling me that she wanted a family, but I was telling her I did want a family, but not right now. Not at
Okay, so you all had these conversations.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it a little bit.
Not right now.
I didn't really want a relationship.
I told him exactly how I felt.
So take me to this whole baby thing. So you have a one-night stand where you use protection, and what happens?
Well,
how'd the baby come?
He dozed off. I went ahead and took his condoms out of the trash, and I used a syringe and inserted his sperm inside of me. I looked it up online. I see how to do it. This is my property, man. You left it in my house. That's my property.
It's your You're saying
I leave my wallet at your crib. Now it belongs to you. You gonna start taking my cards and start spending my money just because it's at your crib?
Yo,
wait a minute, Ms. Adams. Now that rationale, that line of thinking. So you said to yourself, he left. And the condom is still in the trash can. You didn't flush it down the toilet?
No, he dozed off.
No, that's a lesson you learned.
Yes, you're right, Your Honor.
You was today years old when you learned that.
I was young and dumb. I should have listened to my mom. She always told me, if you go somewhere, take all your belongings with you when you leave.
You know
and
the
I
risks
should have never left my condoms there.
You knew the risks involved in the first place.
All right, so hold on. Now I want to understand this. So you're saying he left the condom, but it was in the trash, and you just took it upon yourself to say, well, you know what? If he left it behind, then it's mine.
Well,
nasty.
See, I got sayings too.
Your Honor, I was previously married a few years back, and I had 2 miscarriages, and everybody that know me knows how bad I want a child, okay? And my time is short. Okay, at this age, I need to hurry up and have my child.
Your clock is ticking.
You got that right.
Almost topped.
Yes.
I got it. I had my son at 41, so I do understand that.
So I had my opportunity. I saw my opportunity and took it. I decided I wanted a baby.
Okay, so you testified in open court that you saw an opportunity with some sperm from a young man still in your trash, and you decided you were going to take it.
Yes, ma'am.
You know that sperm jacking is a thing, don't you?
Yes, it is.
I never heard of that.
You just said you looked it up.
Well, I looked it up on the internet, but I didn't know it was a thing.
So when you looked it up, you should have looked up to see that this is really happening and it's an issue.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you are admitting in open court that you did not ask Mr. Lightfoot's permission. You all never discussed and agreed to have a child together. You took it upon yourself because the condom was still there.
We discussed it, and now he's saying that he was against it. But he was telling me, yes, that's good. He was down with it. No, you was down with it. You know he was down with it.
You done took it too far. I was here for all of your little sayings, but now you done talked about these muscles. Now hold on. Listen, Mr. Lightfoot, what I want to understand from you is, you're saying that after this one-night stand, you never contacted her again, and then all of a sudden, a few months later, then you see your friend. This is your witness?
Yeah, my homie.
Please stand up, sir. I want to hear from you, because this is a mess.
Hello, Your Honor. How are you doing?
Please state your name for the court.
My name is Michael Lofton.
All right, Mr. Lofton, how do you know Mr. Lightfoot?
I know Stewart from college. You know, we played football together. He was my quarterback. I had been there already a couple of years. I was a receiver. And when he came, we just instantly
Okay, so you all have been together for a while, quarterback and receiver.
He and I have.
Yes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right. You and him, not you and Ms. Adams.
Exactly.
I get that.
Not like that now. You know, we broke some touchdown records together.
But we
Okay.
didn't bring nothing else together.
Yeah.
Coming up.
I just feel like I was taken advantage of because at the end of the day, like I would take care of my child if I have a
You know
child.
all the risks involved
But see-
when you having sex with somebody, and condoms are
Well,
not 100%.
no, Miss Adams, hold on now. Because you over there, you the older woman, but you giving bad advice.
Introduce them, you know, I thought that she would be a good influence on him. I thought that this would be an
I was a
opportunity.
good influence.
No,
I
you
was
out
a
here
good
stealing
influence.
semen. It's
All right,
not,
let
it's
him
not okay.
testify, Ms. Adams, because you
Yes.
don't already testify to
Yeah.
what you did. What evidence do you have related to the emotional distress?
I had to take like therapy sessions. I
Okay,
went to
let me have
therapy.
that.
And I can attest to that, Your Honor, because I would take him back and forth to his therapy sessions.
I was tripping, Your Honor. Like I'm thinking I'm having protected sex. Like I'm thinking I'm like screwing up
You
out here.
ghosted
Like
me,
and so I needed to
ghosted
talk
you
to
back.
somebody about like
You
what's
You're
going on
thinking
with me
you're
internally.
being a responsible player, right? Because
that time,
you're
yes.
out there doing your thing, but you're using protection consistently.
Yes.
And you didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
now
see this
here's
coming.
an older woman that's admitting to you,
I was taken advantage of.
I
No.
took the sperm
No.
and I used it to have the baby.
Yes. Now it's
But
like
we ain't never had no paternity test.
no. I paid
Okay.
to get one done. I just feel like I was taken advantage of because at the end of the day, like
You
I
know
would
better.
take
You know
care
what
of
you
my
was
child
getting
if
into.
I have a
You know all
child.
the risks involved
But see-
when you having sex with somebody, and condoms are
Well,
not 100%.
no, Miss Adams,
either.
hold on
I
now. Hold
understand
on
that.
now.
This case isn't just messy, it's legally explosive. Because tonight, the courtroom isn't debating romance or regret. It's debating consent after the act.
Because you over there, you the older woman, but you
Exactly.
giving bad advice.
Like
Terrible.
If
They ain't
if
gonna be my
you
mama.
have sex with someone and use a condom, and you throw that condom away, there should be a reasonable expectation
Belong
that
to the county
that
now.
means that it's trash. It's not for you to dig back out, take a syringe, and inseminate yourself. That's called sperm jacking. That's why I asked you, did you read about it? And you know you did. That's how you know how to do it.
She planned this.
You
Your
should have
Honor.
also read that that's against the law to do that.
Coming up.
You had the paternity test, and thank goodness the court was able to retrieve those results, because I want to know if, in fact, Mr. Lightfoot is the child's father before I rule in this case. In life, these life lessons are here for you to learn. I say all the time, your mistakes do not have to define you. They can refine you. That is for you, Mr. Lightfoot, and for you, Ms. Adams, because you know you wrong as the day is long. You ain't even making no sense. Now, my biggest question here is you had the paternity test, and thank goodness the court was able to retrieve those results, because I want to know if, in fact, Mr. Lightfoot is the child's father before I rule in this case. So with that said, let's get to these results. In the case of Stuart Lightfoot versus Tanya Adams, as it relates to the child born to Tanya Adams, Mr. Lightfoot.
Your Honor, I'm willing to be a father if it's my baby. Like I don't want people to think, I don't even want her to think like if it's my child, then I'm willing to like stand up on my 2 feet and be a man and be a grown man, because I don't want to be a statistic, another black father out here running around not taking care of his kid, because I wasn't raised like that. I just feel like she hasn't given me that opportunity.
I appreciate that. And in this case, it has been determined by this court that you are not the father.
Wow. Wow. So that means
Now,
you did
Miss-
this to somebody else?
Hold on now. Hold on. We're not at the club, so
I'm
let's
sorry.
not be dapping
I'm
up
sorry.
because this is very serious.
Yes, ma'am.
And while I understand that it is a relief to you, let's be respectful. Ms. Adams,
Yes, Your Honor.
I saw as soon as I read those results, you just fell over that podium.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain seasons in our life when maybe we lose ourselves. Maybe we're so desperate to have a child that we do things that are outside of the bounds of decency and the law, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And our moral compass. So it has been determined by this court, Ms. Adams, you have admitted in open court that you did steal the semen. Even though Mr. Lightfoot was not in fact your child's father, you admitted in open court that you did in fact steal the semen. That did cause him emotional distress. He did have to go to therapy, and for that reason, you are responsible. So in addition to having this beautiful child, do you know who the father is?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're right.
Well, I'll tell you this. I hope you do. And if you need to make sure of that, do what's necessary to establish paternity for your baby, because at the end of the day, the baby will be looking at you at some point. Like, where is my father? And that's on you. Okay? It has been determined by this court judgment for the plaintiff for $3,500. Court is adjourned.